Good morning.
Good morning. And good morning to you. I'm so glad to see you.
Well, welcome back to the mainland.
Yeah, back to the mainland.
Wow. But I want to thank you for holding that space for the show. It was really good. It was good. Thank you.
I hope it turned out for everybody out there. It was a little hard. I tried to go down to the beach to do it, but it was still dark, and the light on the street light wasn't good enough. And then I went back to the condo we were staying in, and I turned on the light, and I was sitting out there. But the rules were you had to be quiet until 8 o'clock.
And it was 7 o'clock.
And it was 7 o'clock. So then I'm like, oh my God, I better whisper. And then I had to hold that camera out like this.
Your little selfie stick.
Yeah, and then I looked all cockeyed, and but
it was great.
But we did it.
Yes, you did it.
So,
thank you.
And I want to thank you for holding the space here.
Oh, my pleasure.
I mean, that was 2 weeks, and I didn't get a call from anybody.
You didn't get a call. Well, I must say, we have some very amazing, competent staff members here, and they know what to do.
They do.
Yep.
So thank all of the staff out there, and thank you for joining us on another Monday with Bev and Paul.
Yeah.
And this is February 20th, 2017, and we have a good show today.
We do.
So let's talk first about our DreamCatcher again.
Okay.
There it is. Remind us again.
Yes. Lorraine Mills. And actually it was a vision of hers, and it came into being on December 12th, 2012. A global effort to just, building this beautiful web. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. And we are the custodians of it right now.
Custodians of that.
It's in our center here in Tucson.
Yeah, people just love it. It's 4 foot across, made out of mesquite wood. And this week we have in the center Deborah Wentworth. Deborah has been with us since 2006 as a practitioner and staff member.
Our staff, yep.
So she'll be really thrilled to see that.
Yeah,
and we congratulate her on the middle, and we'll see what happens to her this week.
Right.
So congratulations, Deborah. If you'd like to be in the DreamCatcher, your picture in the DreamCatcher, and your energy in the DreamCatcher, then send us your picture and where you live on the planet, and we'll put you in the pool.
We will.
And we pick one every week, and it's been a really fun little journey doing that. So we have a book already of all the different pictures.
Oh, I know. It's great.
So it's nice to see all the different
and
people.
Lorraine asked us. She thought that would be kind of cool because she loved that idea.
So that was that part of it, and we just had an interesting day yesterday.
We did, didn't we?
We had our annual board meeting that we do every year.
Yep.
So you're the president of the board.
Oh, yes.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about how that was and what's the message this year?
Yeah, it was wonderful, actually. It's our opportunity to share with the members what's going on, and basically my message was for 2017. I call it a year of activation because, for the last 2 years, we've really been in a state of preparation, really getting ready to get Bio-Touch out there. The board setting goals for this year, and it just seems like there's something, magical happening here.
So when you say activation, why don't we explain sort of what we mean?
Yeah,
what's being activated?
What's being activated is a kind of a group vision that we've all held, but it's almost like we've been holding this in waiting for, should I say, humanity to really embrace this and to be ready to take more responsibility in the choices they make in their lives. There's such a great shifting going on, and for Bio-Touch to be there already and able to just be shared with people who are, people are hungry. They're hungry, they're awakening, and the old paradigms are not giving us what we need anymore.
Right.
And
that's
so
a big part.
And Bio-Touch, oh my gosh, is so, it just brings this amazing awareness into our lives that we are empowered, and we always have been empowered. I call it a gift of remembering. And that's what it is.
And it seems to be really activating in the sense that we're having a lot of people. I just had somebody else contact me. Well, I know the lady in Hawaii. She was a practitioner years ago, Melissa Rivers, and she's contacted us and wants to get recertified. And so people are stepping up. You know, the activation is like people really want to get BioTouch out there, and old-time practitioners are wanting to participate again. And
that's really, I think, what's going on. You know, one of our goals for the board this year is to re-establish relationships with those resources. Doesn't always have to be money. Resources in the guise of actual people on the planet who have already taken BioTouch training, and just reacquainting ourselves with them, re-stimulating them, because this is what's happening. Yeah,
and BioTouch is a way to do. You know, it just reminds me of why I even started doing BioTouch. You know, and for so long it was just do the BioTouch, and we never talked a lot about activation or an expression of love, and even one of our Facebook pages called the Revolution of Love, right?
Yeah.
That it's time to start being able to dialogue about these things, knowing that all we have to do is the touch brings us. We were just talking about that earlier. The touch brings us to that awareness.
Well, what's beautiful about it is words are not necessary.
Right.
I mean, and we're bogged down on this planet right now with all the language and words, and some of the words we use and not quite, you know, maybe we haven't really stepped into the underlying divine thought about that word, which I think love is one of those words. And what's amazing to me about BioTouch is it doesn't require a language. It doesn't require words. That language is one person just being present with another. And love sometimes cannot be defined.
And that's why the greeting is so important. It immediately puts you in relation to another, regardless of your language, your belief system, and in a time, like you said, on the planet where people are having a hard time agreeing to anything. There's such turmoil, there's such conflict, there's all kinds of definitions of who I am or who they are, and BioTouch pierces that veil. It pierces it. It goes right to the essence of who we are as human beings, as one humanity, and it's so time for BioTouch.
It's so time for BioTouch.
I think we're feeling that as what you call the activation.
Yeah, I always think about BioTouch as being the kid in the corner for all these years,
right.
And all these other modalities are out there, right? And now the world is ready to embrace something on this order.
And so
it's pure.
Yeah,
it's just pure.
It's pure, and here's the purity of the group that's putting it out there. Here's our board of directors. We have Deborah and Deb and Terry and Bev. That's you.
That's me.
And Chardonnay and Robin and Cynthia, right? And it's interesting that I'm not in there. I'm sort of taking the picture and hanging out with all these goddess women, these powerful women who are leading this organization to truly be a divine message for humanity. I mean, I'm so grateful to be with all you ladies.
I don't know of another guy that could handle all that but you.
Well, yeah. I'm enjoying it, and it's a very powerful organization. So we encourage you to contact us if you'd like to be on the board. Give us a call. You don't have to be here in Tucson to be on our board. We're really trying to expand it to a global level. Yeah,
using that that internet web. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a time of really, stepping out and expanding, and we're always talking about Tucson being the heart center. And so everything, this web that we're all involved in building around the planet, that's how that can happen. Right.
So another thing, we talked about all the volunteer hours. That was one of our past, and we had 5,744 volunteer hours. And when people are applying for grants and things, they usually put that into a dollar amount. And when you do the IRS dollar amount, it's actually $130,000 worth of volunteer hours if we were to apply for grants. But in 27, 29 years, whatever we've been involved, we've never had to have a grant.
I know.
All of our resources come from contributions, like from folks like you, people at the center. We've never charged for a session.
Nope.
We have an all-volunteer staff, all-volunteer board. You and I don't get paid for
Nope.
being executive director. So it really shows it's a powerful movement. It's one of the heart and one of people wanting to get this out there. So that's that. Another thing that happened is that little picture.
Yeah, what an exciting picture.
So that's Deborah Schillhouse, she's on the left in the red, and she is the author of our book.
She is.
You know.
Yep.
And Bio-Touch, let's see, I have a picture of it here. Where do I have it? I don't know. Somewhere in there. Oh, there it is, the book. Bio-Touch Healing with the Power in Our Fingertips. We want to show that to you. It's still available, but that little thing that she's handing, whoops, that's the wrong one there. That's the one. No, that's not the one there. It's too many R's. She's handing a royalty check to Terry Hardy. She's our treasurer, and Deborah's just in the middle smiling away.
Yeah.
And the royalty check was for the German book that actually is already on the shelves.
I know.
We just found out from our German certified practitioner, Michaela, Haupt, in Germany, that she has received the book.
I know. That's amazing.
So that check was the first royalty check to Deborah, and of which she sends a percentage of that to the foundation as a contribution for her fine work.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate it. And so soon we should have copies of it too. If you live in Germany, you can get it, I guess. And also the German, we have a German translation of the manual and the DVD.
Yes.
And they've
exciting.
actually put the manual into a paperback version. So it's a small little version of it. I can't wait to...
I know, you were talking about that yesterday
it's amazing.
At the meeting. That's great.
So paperback version, so it's like 100 pages instead of our 48.
Ah, okay.
And it'll fit in your pocket book version.
Wow.
And so we look forward to seeing those too.
That would be...
And we hope to maybe put our manual into it. Our manual...
That would be an interesting...
There's our manual there. So instead of the 8.5 by 11, it's just the pocket book version. So let's show a set while we're sitting here with this one, and we're going to show the heart set this week.
Yes.
So let's just go right to that.
Great.
So here it is. This is the heart, blood pressure, veins, and we'll just show you a little bit of how that's done. This set of points may be used for conditions relating to the heart, veins, blood pressure, and circulation. To perform this set, first find hold point X, which is on the breastbone, directly between where the nipples would be on a youth. Another way to find X is by measuring 1/3 of the way up the breastbone from greeting point 1. To address the well-being of the heart, hold X and with the other hand touch points 1 and 2. These points may be found by imagining a line running from the notch at the top of the breastbone to a place on the left breast where the nipple would be on a youth. Divide this diagonal line into thirds. Point 1 is at the top of the first third. Point 2 is at the top of the second third. Veins, blood pressure, and circulation may be addressed by touching point 3 in addition to points 1 and 2. Point 3 is at the soft indentation just above the collarbone, above and to the left of the notch at the top of the breastbone. It is the same as point 1 in step 1 of the metabolism set. Remember to hold... Simple. Yeah, I'll tell you, every time we watch those, it relaxes me just to see it on a video.
Oh, well, that happens when we're in the rooms, sometimes with the interns, or we're doing trainings, watching them work with each other. I know, I can get mesmerized. It's so what I always think is, my gosh, something is going on. I'm just in the room, and I'm still feeling this connection with these two other people. Yeah. Powerful.
It really is. And what I liked about that video, that is Rachel Funk, actually Funk Heller now. She's married since that time. Yeah. That's her father. And when I was in Hawaii, I got a chance to sit and be with Rachel.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, out of all the people I tried to contact, she and I are really the only ones that hooked up. She was a key player in starting BioTouch when we were in Hawaii. And she was a big part of getting BioTouch out to the world in the beginning days. She actually ran the center for a while by herself when we came here to Tucson. And I'd go back and forth.
Right.
And Rachel, we're so grateful for all the work you've done in the past.
Absolutely.
You know, that we wouldn't be here today without the work of you and
Goodness.
a lot of the people that worked with you, Jennifer and John, Lynette, and of course Cheryl, who's one of the co-founders.
Right.
But you were a key player, and it was so great to hang out with you. And,
nice. I'm so glad you got to do that.
Yeah, and so she gave me one of her books. She's a writer. Gave me one of her books, and I gave her, the book by Deborah.
That's right.
Asked her to read it and send us her critique.
Oh.
Since she's a writer and a publisher.
I would love it. And, she probably knows a lot of that story anyway, doesn't she?
She does know all the story.
Yeah,
And,
right.
We all sort of lived together in this little apartment when we started.
Oh,
the apartment wasn't much bigger than our center. We had like 4 or 5 people living in there.
You gotta really like somebody.
Yeah. We've had some pretty interesting living situations through BioTouch. Ooh. So that was a nice meeting with her.
Oh, I'm so glad you got to do that. That's great.
So also this week, we encourage you to practice the points. You can get the manual online. If you become a member, you get to download the whole ebook version of the manual. You can get a hard copy by contacting us here at the center or via our website, justtouch.com, and it gives you the whole technique.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we have done, though, is cut the programs down to 2-hour workshops. And we have a workshop coming up this Thursday.
We do.
6 p.m. here in Tucson. And why don't you tell us about the guest speaker that we're going to have?
I'm really excited. Yes, Terry Waldman, who is the administrator director of a Alzheimer's dementia special care facility here in Tucson. And she's been doing this work for many, many years. And I have met with her, and she's just a lovely person, and so I'm really excited.
And I hear she's going to present some of the misconceptions about Alzheimer's and dementia.
Yeah.
And give us a little more insight into the condition or disease, whatever we want to call it.
Right.
And talk about why something like BioTouch is a great adjunct to that care for Alzheimer's and dementia.
It's going to be great. You know what she said to me when we were meeting? I thought it was very cool. She says, she's telling me about some of the things that are going on. She says, the misconceptions get in the way of the love.
Wow.
And I just thought, that was really cool.
So this is going to be a very powerful workshop. You'll be able to see her presentation because we're going to tape it and we'll publish that. And also, if you'd like to get that workbook, just become a member. We give all the workbooks. We're going to give the 2 or 3 sets of points to work on that condition.
Yep.
And, we're talking 5 minutes of work. And if you did it every day, you could actually probably make quite an effect on not only the patient themselves, but the family, because it gives you a sense of participation in the disease.
Oh, right. Instead of standing back and feeling helpless,
right.
You actually, BioTouch offers us the opportunity to participate,
right.
In that journey. It's just amazing. And Terry has already expressed an interest in her staff, finding, being educated on these particular sets of points that they can use with their patients.
Wow.
And she gets that the family members can step in and learn these too. So I'm just excited about that.
So we'll be able to tell you next Monday what it's about, and maybe show a little clip of her.
That'd be great.
In her presentation.
Sure.
So you know what? We just did another 20 minutes.
No, we did not.
It's 20 minutes. We do want to mention though, Howard Chait up in Phoenix is running a workshop up in Sedona. If you have any friends, family, or your massage therapist need 4 CE credits, sign up for that class in Sedona. It's March 11th, I think it is.
March 11th.
Uh-huh. And we're actually going to be at March 1st at Hahn University of Traditional Medicine here in Tucson.
Oh.
We're doing I think it's a 3-hour class over there at the university And that's an exciting thing.
That's going to be really exciting.
And we're also doing a presentation that same day at Pima Community College Nurses Program.
Right.
So it's up there. We got other programs coming up that we'll tell you about later. But they're coming in. You're going to be busy, Bev.
Oh. No, Paul, Bucky.
And all of you, we hope all of you are busy doing BioTouch.
Yes,
that's the only reason we're here online doing this every week. We just want to encourage you, energize you to just keep doing BioTouch.
Yeah.
Share with us your testimonials, questions you have. We'd be happy to answer them here.
Yeah, BioTouch is there for you. There's something you can do, something you can embrace and use in your own life. So.
Another one. Thank you, Bev.
Thank you, Paul.
And we love you, and
thank you for a glorious week.
There you go.
Yeah.
From all around to the sun, they come here every day. They do a lot of touching, and they do it without pay. They all do it gladly because they are so sweet. Bless the staff